This is the Russian Dynamite, Masha Slamovich.
Becca here.
This is Not America's Sweetheart, Davian. And
It's Billy Starks. And
the super fly guy, Trayvon Jordan.
This is the fly side flyer, Jalen Brandon.
Hardcore Princess, Jules Malone.
Hi there, this is the Bubblegum Princess, Alexia Nicole.
This is the Brazilian Wonder Woman, Christy Jane.
This is the baddest black belt, Chennai Kai.
This is Kid Bandit.
The smash hit Joel Bateman.
This is Robin Renegade.
Cody Hawk.
Brutal Bob Evans. And you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment, one of my favorite podcasts in the whole wide world.
Hello, what's up, you guys? It's the King of the Blue Way, Bino Bleu, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It's Wrestling with Entertainment, the only audio experience on the web today, the trusted choice for interviewing all your favorite wrestlers every Tuesday and Wednesday on YouTube and Castbox, sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. I'm, of course, your host, James J., and it's a great day for wrestling, because we are wrestling with the King of the Blue Way, Bino Bleu!
Hey.
How are you today?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm good as well. Can you tell us where people could go on the Blue Way next to see you event-wise?
So on April 19th, we'll be having TSW. That's in Forney, Texas. I will be there. And also on the 27th of April at Biggest Burger Joint in San Antonio, Texas, I will be there also. So you have 2 times to come see me. So got one in Forney, Texas, and one in San Antonio. So be there.
Perfect. And where can we find you on social media and your merchandise?
Okay, so you can follow me on Instagram at Bino_Blue, or on my Facebook page at Bino Blue, and also on Twitter at Bino_Blue.
And the merchandise?
You gotta go to the shows to get some merchandise.
Okay.
Because it's not online yet, but you gotta come to our shows if you want to get officially approved.
Gotcha. And you don't have to go looking for it. All the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, both on YouTube and Castbox.
Perfect.
Let's get into it. You work for Dog Pound Wrestling. Can you tell us about your relationship with the company?
Okay, so I'm officially working with NW Texas Dog Pound Championship Wrestling, and I've been with them for the past 4 years, and yes, 4 whole years, and yeah, and I am I was the reigning NW Texas DPCW Tag Team Champion, but unfortunately, stuff had happened, but I will be getting my get back real soon.
Could you speak to the situation with the tag titles?
I can't say too much about it, but all I gotta say is that I was betrayed by a person that I had loved, and yeah, a look back is coming real soon.
So one might say the City Boys have disbanded?
We're going through a period right now, a certain period, but yeah. I wouldn't say disbanded, but we're going through a little moment right now.
I gotcha. Well, you mentioned that you was Dog Pound Championship Tag Team Champions, and twice.
Yes.
Can you tell us what it meant to you to win those championships the first time around?
It meant the world during my first time, because simply that was my first title I ever won, and to win that, and it meant the world to me, and felt like everything all the work, all the training, all the preparation it mattered. So that was a very special moment in my life when I won that belt for the first time.
And winning it for the second time, how did you compare that time around and where you was at in your career compared to the first time you won the titles?
The second time was even better because I got to do it with my new tag team partner, Kobe and Plain, and yeah, and that was a no disqualification match, so we had to really go to war to get the belts back. So, yeah.
Was winning the titles, is that a moment you took in the moment, or is that something that kind of sets in afterwards? Like, wow, I did this.
Both, a little bit of both. Definitely the moment of like I can't believe I actually did it, and I was very proud of myself and proud of us that we actually we was able to conquer that.
Well, the one thing I find is interesting is, you've done it, captured the championships with two different tag team partners.
Mm-hmm.
Can you tell us about your relationship with Whiskey Sour?
We're still cool. I wish him all the best. He's currently not at Dog Pound right now. But again, I wish him all the best, and it's never no hard feelings this way.
And obviously, KDP, there's maybe, like you said, a rough patch going on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm finding curious because, obviously with Whiskey, you was the City Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And then you continued the name with KDP. Was there ever
Mm-hmm.
a thought to maybe change the tag team name or do something different?
No, I felt like at that point the City Boys, was like we were forever. We were stamped. So I felt like there was no need to change our names specifically. Like City Boys are like a culprit, not a culprit. We are a pillar in NW Texas DBCW. So I felt like that was we didn't need to change the name.
Okay. And, but it would be maybe safe to say you're maybe doing some more singles work right now, no?
Yes.
How do you kind of compare that experience kind of going out as a singles wrestler compared to being, obviously more established as a tag team guy?
It kind of feels like, you kind of starting over a little bit, but not really. Because I came in this wrestling business by myself. But, now I just have to, reevaluate, regroup, and come back harder and stronger.
I gotcha. Well, speaking of stronger and harder, you did compete against the one and only Stoner brothers, Rick Scott Rick.
Mm-hmm.
What was that experience like?
So we went to Folsom. That was in San Francisco. That was about like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. That was an experience. The whole vibe, the whole energy at the Folsom environment. That was an experience, one of my favorites. I hope, if not the City Boys, I can come back to Folsom and do good things.
I gotcha. What was it? How was it wrestling in California compared to wrestling in Texas?
So it was cold when I went. It was very cold in San Francisco. I went around like October time.
Okay.
October, like it wasn't. It was past the summer, and it was cold. But other than that, it was amazing just to see, and the fans really liked us. So, I was very grateful for, my experience there.
Was there any differences you saw wrestling in a wrestling sense, wrestling in California compared to Texas?
Not really, because the way we train, the way we the way we learn, our style is pretty much versatile. So I didn't have to we didn't have to switch anything or do anything. Like we brought it like how we usually bring it, and it was great.
I gotcha. Now, the one thing I noticed with the City Boys is, you know how to make an entrance.
Oh, yes.
Can you speak about your entrances that you've made?
I like to. I've growing up in wrestling, I was a big Divas fan, and being that I know how the Divas and the women's wrestlers, they love to make an entrance. So, because I feel like the entrance is a very important part of wrestling, and when I first started, I wanted to make sure I have a very iconic entrance. I want to be able to, as soon as they hear my music, be like, oh crap, Bino Blue's here, the City Boys is here. We gotta, let's get right, So, yes, that's where I get my inspirations for my entrance.
What has been your favorite entrance that you've done so far?
The one that I did against Nathaniel Grayson, that was very beneficial. That was very fun.
What makes that one stand out to you?
It was like one of my first singles entrances. So for me to do that and got the reception that I get, I was very, happy.
Is there any new entrances in the work that you've been wanting
You gotta
to
stay
do?
tuned. You gotta stay tuned because there's a lot of things in the work right now.
Okay, so stay tuned.
Stay tuned because it's gonna be very cool. What Bino Bleu does next is gonna be cool, very groundbreaking, very different. So just stay tuned.
Well, definitely something cool that you've done is you've done extra work for WWE. You were one of the security guards in a pull apart between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. Can you tell us about that experience?
So when I did my first time doing extra work for WWE, I was able to be part of the separation between Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar. And I don't know, I was extremely honored, still extremely honored to even be considered to do that. And so to be in that same ring with Cody Rhodes and just be looking across, you see Brock Lesnar, and then you see the whole arena surrounding around you is very, very cool. And it was amazing, very amazing. Like to hear Cody Rhodes' music in person and seeing how the fans react to him, it was cool.
I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, two of the biggest superstars WWE have today, and you were,
Yes.
in the ring with them.
Yes, most definitely.
When did
Most definitely.
When did you find out that was what you were going to be doing that day?
When we first got there, as soon as we got there, that's when we got the notice to do these things, and yeah, I was very excited. As soon as it put up, it was okay, well, you separated Brock Lesnar and Cody Rhodes. I was very excited for it.
And being working backstage for WWE, obviously, the biggest wrestling promotion in the world. Was that kind of like a window into the world that, you want to be a part of?
Yes. Yes. Most definitely.
Was anybody coming up to you, giving you advice?
I got advice from one person in particular, William Regal. And his knowledge and everything, the way he was saying, it was very beneficial.
And I mean, lastly, last question about WWE. How was the catering?
The catering was delicious, very delicious, and it was very delicious.
What was you eating?
What I don't remember specifically, but I know it was very delicious.
Okay. Now I think it's time for Bino's Bizarre Adventure. You're a pro wrestler that goes up and down the road, and weird, crazy, and bizarre things are bound to happen. Can you tell us a road story that fits that description?
So luckily, I haven't had too many crazy road stories. Yeah, I can't think of one that was like insane. Yeah, I can't. Like all my stories are like regular, like I've never had like a crazy, like, oh my God, this really happened here story. But yeah.
I gotcha. I mean, it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah.
Well, definitely, a good thing is, the City Boys definitely have a connection with their fans. So much that one fan actually gave you a handwritten letter. What does something like that mean to you?
So when that fan gave me that, I was really, at that moment, I wasn't in like a good headspace, and like that just broke my heart. Like not break my heart, but like it just gave me. I was really like touched by it, cause like again, like I wasn't expecting something like that, and yeah, I was very really, really, really grateful.
What do you kind of attribute your connection with the fans?
I don't know, like I love, entertaining people, and I love, being liked by the fans, being loved by the fans. So yeah, like I give them all the praise.
Okay. Now, you are also an artist as well.
Yes.
Can you tell us about your love of painting?
So I haven't painted anything recently, but I do love to paint. I do love creating. I love creating anything because I'm a very creative person. So whenever I have the opportunity to draw, paint, whatever, I'm very grateful for it.
What has been some of your favorite things to paint?
I know you probably saw my Instagram page, that little the little space painting that I did, the nebula. Like that's like my favorite thing that I've came up with. I thought that was very cool.
I'm assuming a love of space as well. Where does your love of space come from?
Also, I was actually deployed when I painted that, and when I had painted it, yeah, that was like for a class, not a class, like a little, event that the USM was throwing, and that's when I had painted it, and yeah, that was very cool.
Have you had any inspirations to paint anything new?
Not recently, but I feel like eventually I'm gonna get back into my painting bag. Eventually,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Can you tell us about your tattoos and if there's any significant meaning to them?
Yes. So I have like three. I would like to get more at some point, but I know that the first one with the wolf, I got that. That was my first tattoo. I got that at a mall, and the one on my chest I got from a friend in the kitchen, and my other one I got here. But I know eventually I'm gonna get more. Eventually.
Do they have meaning to you, or just they look cool?
They do. The wolf, because I liked the wolves at the time. The one on my chest says just live, and the other one, uh, the one I got here, was from a poem that I wrote. So yes, they mean I'm not part of the whole just get tattoos just to get tattoos, you know.
I gotcha. What had inspired you to get your poem written, tattooed on you?
What inspired me to get a tattoo?
What inspired the poem tattoo?
Oh, this is when I was again deployed overseas. A lot of people around me were saying like derogatory comments, the F word and stuff, and I felt a way about it, and I wrote a poem about it. Yeah. And
Oh, continue. I cut you off.
yeah, and after that, yeah.
I gotcha. You mentioned wanting new tattoos. Any idea of what you might be getting next?
Honestly, I want to finish my sleeve. Because I would love to get started on my sleeve.
And what would be, what would you have? What would the design be?
I don't know if I have anything in mind right now, but I know I'm gonna finish it at some point. I don't know if I might get barbed wire or something. I don't know, but I definitely want to start my sleeve.
Okay. Now, you've actually danced on stage with Lizzo.
Mm-hmm.
How did that come about, and what was that experience like?
I was. That was like my first concert. Well, no, my second concert. That was I went to go see Doja and Doja Cat and Lizzo. I got picked, and I had to. When Lizzo tell you to dance, you got to dance, you know.
Right.
So it was really fun though. Yeah, it was really, really, really fun. I sweated so much that day.
think that's a great segue into the colossal question. Let's say they're making a movie about you. Every movie has a soundtrack. What would be the first 3 songs on your movie soundtrack?
Like an artist that's making my soundtrack, or just three songs?
3 songs. But 3 songs established, I would say. But if you have something else in mind, we can make that work as well.
It would be Ariana Grande, True Story. Then Sexy Red, Get It Sexy, and Childish Gambino, Do You Like?
Okay. A solid 3 picks, to say the least. And now that we have the soundtrack down, everybody knows you get the soundtrack first, then you write the script, and then you go to casting. Who plays you, and you can't say yourself because you are obligated to make a Stan Lee-esque cameo.
Who would play me
Yeah.
in a movie? I think Lil Nas X.
Okay. Now every movie has a supporting cast. Who would be 3 people significant to you and your story that would be in your movie, and who would play them?
That's a great question. I don't know. Because I have a lot of characters in my life, so I don't know.
I mean, you could say more than just 3. I mean, I just limit it to 3, but there isn't necessarily a rules.
I know Tashina Arnold will play my mom. That's all I could think of right now. That's a great question, though. I don't know who could play everybody else. But, yeah. Just for right now, I can just say her for right now.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming somebody like KDP would be in your movie as well, no?
Yeah, he would. I feel like he would probably play himself. Honestly.
And I mean, maybe Jazz as well. I mean, one of your trainers.
Yeah. And I'll probably have her pick her own actress, because I don't know if I could, find somebody that can do justice for her.
Definitely. Right. It's sounding like a great movie. A blockbuster to say the least. And you could pre-order the tickets now. Now onto a controversial subject. Pineapple on pizza. What's your stance?
No. Never.
So, anti-pineapple on pizza.
Say it again?
So you are anti-pineapple on pizza?
Yes, very much that.
What's your spirit Pokemon?
Glaceon.
You had that ready to go.
Yeah, that's my favorite Pokemon. That's my Glaceon is my baby. What's the next? I love Pokemon questions. So like, what's the next one?
That's the only Pokemon exclusive question we have.
Okay, because Glaceon is the best evolution all that. But,
But hey, if you wanna tell us about your love of Pokemon, definitely would love to hear about it.
I'm excited for the new one coming out, and if I had one main Pokemon, it would definitely be Glaceon.
Are you just the video games, or have you watched the anime or the trading cards, or?
The games, I'm slowly getting into the trading cards, slowly but surely. Yeah, but I'm definitely into games. I'm excited for the new one coming out.
Which one have you played so far?
Oh, the Sword and all of them that's on Switch.
Okay.
Yeah, all of them that's on Switch.
Now, we love the late great Tracy Smothers on the show. Do you know the acronym for Doug? THUG.
You said Tracy Smothers?
Yes.
That's like, didn't he die?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unfortunately, I do not know that.
Would you like me to spell it out for you?
You said Thug, right?
Yes.
Thug.
Would you like me to spell it out for you?
Sure.
T is for terrible, H is for hell, U is for ugly.
U is for ugly, and G is for jail.
'Cause a Doug can't spell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. We love the late great Tracy Smothers, trying to keep the memory alive on the show.
I feel that.
Weirdest question you'll be asked on a wrestling interview, hopefully. Would you ever consider wrestling a rock? Not Dwayne Johnson, not the country, an actual physical rock.
I mean, if you pay my rate, I wrestle anything, But I've seen people wrestle a broom, so it's possible.
Okay, well, just for context, there is a wrestler named Psycho Mike that indeed wrestled a rock for over 15 minutes in a Tungsten Man match. That's an Iron Man match that lasts for 2 weeks. On a more serious note, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Any place that would have me. I'm currently at NWA Texas, so I can get put on at the actual NWA. That'd be great. But whatever I do within the wrestling, I just want to be happy and want to be appreciated. So that's like my big thing, As long as I'm somewhere that I'm happy and I'm being appreciated and I'm being, I'm being adored and loved, I'm down for whatever. So yeah.
And if people were asking, what is a Bino Blue match that we should go out of our way to see? What match would you recommend that best shows off what you are all about as a pro wrestler?
It would definitely be the tag match that I did with just Nick and Kenny for Uncanny. That was a great match.
Can we find that on YouTube?
No, you find it on a streaming service. It's like the streaming service. I forgot the name of it. That you can find all the Uncanny matches on.
IWTV?
I think it's that.
Okay. We could definitely go to one of the streaming services that have that match, and you could definitely check it out. If you haven't seen it, want to see it, want to re-see it after this interview. And since we are nearing the conclusion of this interview, We are wrestling with the 8 questions of doom. This is our speed round, our bonus round, the round where we see who you really are. Are you ready?
Yes.
Excluding yourself, greatest wrestler of all time?
For me, excluding myself, my GOAT is Lita.
Worst wrestler?
I don't know. I feel like there's no worst wrestler. I feel like everybody, I can't think of one that's like the worst.
Would you like our default answer?
What is the default answer?
You have chosen Eva Marie.
I don't think she's the worst though.
Then why'd you choose her?
I didn't choose her. I don't want to say she's the worst.
You're main eventing WrestleMania for the World Championship. Who is your opponent?
KDP.
If you could come out to anyone's entrance music, past or present, who would it be?
Trish Stratus.
Finish the sentence. Kayfabe is
Real.
we would
And
have
it should be more appreciated.
we would have also accepted taste great on toast. Squash. Vegetable or fruit?
That is, you said squash.
Yes.
It's a fruit, right?
It is indeed a fruit.
Yeah.
New Japan wrestler Tai Chi. His ring gear gets smaller every year, revealing more of himself to the world. My question, what is the appropriate trunks to butt cheek ratio for ring gear?
That's a interesting question. I don't know. Yeah, I really don't know that answer. Just whatever you wear makes you look good in it.
So to each their own.
Mm-hmm.
And the last question, the main event, the thing everybody wants to know. Have you ever had a conversation with a stranger in a supermarket about Darby Allin?
Unfortunately, I haven't. But I will definitely be. I'm willing to have a conversation. But I can't recall that I've had like a single conversation about Darby Allin. Unfortunately.
And that is the correct answer. And that will conclude this interview. Thank you so much for coming on and doing this with me.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Once again, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me at Bino_Bleu, and also you can find me at also on Twitter. So yeah, multiple.
And you don't even have to type it into your Google machines. All of the links to all his social media will be in the description of the video below, but on YouTube at Castbox. Simply click the link, a new tab will appear on whatever device you are on. You have no excuse. Give him a damn follow. And if you're at the show, buy a damn shirt. Of course, thank you for listening. If you like what we're doing, please like, subscribe, comment, both on YouTube and Castbox. This was sponsored by Rogue Energy and Player One Coffee. Join us tomorrow as we interview Joya, and join us every Tuesday and Wednesday for new incredible interviews. And follow the show at Wrestling with E, both on Extra and Instagram for information on who we're interviewing, when we're interviewing them, links to those interviews, and so much more. Follow me personally at JamesJ993. Alright, when I say wrestling wit, you say entertainment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
For our special guest, Bino Bleu, Coleco Yacht, Scooter Dust, I'm James J, and this has been Wrestling Wit.
Entertainment.
Hey folks, this is the Colossal Mike Law, and you are listening to Wrestling with Entertainment. Enjoy the show, support these guys. We appreciate it very much. We'll see you at ringside.